Hey, I'm Heather. I'm a sexuality empowerment coach, and this week we are talking sex neutrality. Last week we talked about sex positivity, what that is, and what that stood for, and I promised I'd speak on this week, so now I am. So, the concept of sex neutrality is a view that takes sex to be inherently neutral. That means it has the potential to be good, it has the potential to be bad, but the base state is morally free. It's neutral. So when we talk about sex neutrality, we aren't, yeah, raw, sex is great all the time, you should be having it, and everybody should be polyamorous, and all these things. And we're not talking about, oh, sex is complicated and, brings a lot of baggage with it. And it's not to say that all of those things can't be true about sex, but sex neutrality aims to kind of stick to the facts and leave out all our personal biases when it comes to talking about sex. So specifically, this relates to talking about individual sex acts more than anything else I've seen. Um, I've seen a lot of people who are sex positive as a lifestyle choice. I've seen a lot of people who are sex negative as a lifestyle default. I'm not going to use the word choice because I don't know too many people who actively choose to be negative about sex. But a lot of us do aim for talking about specific sex acts with neutrality in our tone, in our biases, and that means we're leaving our own opinions out and we're just talking about the facts. So I'm going to use anal sex as an example for sex neutrality, um, and go through that with you. So anal sex, some people enjoy it, some people don't. Of the people who enjoy it, they recommend that using lots of lube and going slowly is something that is going to minimize your discomfort with that act, should you experience any. Other people like to use anal plugs in varying sizes, starting small and going bigger and bigger to help prepare themselves for the act. One of the concerns that people often have with anal sex is the mess. Um, and really, the truth in that is eating a fiber rich diet and paying attention to your bowels and where they're at is going to take care of a lot of that mess. If you're very concerned with it, you can look at getting a home douche kit or a home enema kit. And those are things that can help clean you out before you engage in anal sex. So there you go. That's talking about anal sex in a sex neutral way. We identified some of the challenges that come with it, some of the best practices, and the tone was very neutral. Some people like to do this, some people don't. Here's what works for a lot of people. And now go forth and make your own decisions about what sex acts you want to do and what you don't. Um, and that's really it. That's sex neutrality. It's one of my favorite ways to talk about sex because I think sex is such an individual thing. I think some people have really positive experiences with sex. I think some people have really negative experiences with sex. And when I speak to people, I really want to honor that it doesn't matter what I feel about things too much, and it doesn't really matter what my preferences are because the focus is on them and whether or not they're getting what they want out of their sex lives. So now you know about sex neutrality, and I hope you spend a little bit of time using this in your week. Later.